What's up? Good evening. Happy top of the weekend to everybody. Hope you had a great one. I know we did as usual. Seeing my screen reflecting in my glass is kind of annoying. Look like this doesn't do it that much. Hope everyone is doing fine. I'll get right into the comments tonight, and then we're going to go over crypto because this is crypto night. No gambling tonight. Oh, and speaking to that, I guess some people don't like the gambling because I lost almost 20 subscribers in the last couple of weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys don't like gambling. There's a bunch of us that do. And Randy's not going to change. Okay? Randy likes gambling. I think that's why I love crypto so much. It looks like it's just my head because I got a black t-shirt on, a black background, because you guys don't like bright colors. I'm capitulating and using the black backgrounds. Problem solver. He says, hello, Randy. Awesome intro picture. What is pumping this? Just Richard? Adoption? FOMO from Richard? There's a couple things, I think. There's some people that are in the ecosystem who are making a lot of money in other projects, and that money is flowing back in. Okay. That's one. Two, we now have clarity of what Richard's going to do. And Richard's going to go flick the nuts of the SEC, which I approve of. Also, we have returned to SAC rate for Pulsechain, and people are getting quite excited about that. Just wait until we reach SAC rate for Pulsex. Oh my God. The FOMO is going to hit hard when that one does, because I don't think, have we ever been at SAC rate for Pulsex, or has Pulsex been always under the SAC rate? Which is kind of funny. You got all these people who say, all these other projects, they're garbage. They're down 90%. What'd Pulsex do? Just like every one of the other SACs. So there's those things. Plus, on top of that, we have the bull market, and we're definitely returning to a bull market. If somebody wants to split hairs, we went back into the bull market 18 months ago when Bitcoin hit 15.5, and we've been up ever since, up and to the right? So the ETFs is really bullish for people who care what getting permissions, but here we are no permissions. So I don't give a shit what three-letter agencies say. But overall, there's a lot of things that are going to be pushing the market up. I've been saying over and over again, I've been saying in our strategy calls, I'm going to say it here. I believe that the Ethereum ETF will be the top of the next bull market. The approval of the Ethereum ETF will be the top signal for the next bull market. So if they did it really quick, it wouldn't be, but it's going to take some time. There's already a couple companies like ARK Invest who already have Ethereum ETFs in the works, and they want to bring them to market. So we have those kind of things. Let's talk about the intensity right now. Right now, our community is getting a little bit brazen. The people who are on the maxi side, like usual, are total assholes. But, every project needs its maxis. I'm not a maxi. I love Pulsechain. I love Ethereum. I'm on both sides of the fence. I can see the world being just fine with both. So the maxis, they're always abrasive. They're really thorny. They're hard to get along with. They're rude. They're obnoxious. But some people are attracted to those kind of people. So whatever. They can do what they want. I'm not a person who's going to say someone can't go talk about me and my family. You can't. If you want to do that, go right ahead. I mean, I might lay you out when I meet you in person, but you can do what you want. So the intensity is there. I'm seeing it. You guys are all seeing it. Every little community has its intensity. I mean, even the Tang Gang is super intense. If you're in the community and you go in there with dissenting opinions, you may be smashed a little bit. That's pretty normal. So that's, by the way, Tang Gang is HOA. Everyone has their own thing. I remember back in the day when Hedron hit its first initial all-time high, and I said, "There's no reason for this coin to be this high or this token to be this high. This has got to come down." And I had already taken all my profits. I said, "There is no way." You know, I was out of the window there. It went up another double from where I had already sold, and I'm like, "This has got to come down, guys." And boy, did it! It went bam, got slammed off its first initial thing, and that's before ICOSA launched, before the HSIs and all that. So there was no real utility. It was a true meme coin when Hedron launched. So just know that there's a lot of intensity out there. People are going to go at each other's throats. Nope token. I'm a little, we got our own little community for no permissions on Patreon, and then we have our Telegram group. I am very upfront when I tell people, look, I am about taking profits. If you guys decide to sell your NOPE tokens, I am not going to chastise you, and I expect the community to behave themselves and not call people names when they're selling. There's a couple times I'm like, why did this person sell so much at one time? I'm wondering, I'm thinking, do they not understand how this works? Or have I not done a good job teaching you guys? I'm like, why? Why would they sell 3-4 million at a time? Those are the kind of things that I find annoying, but I'm not going to chastise somebody. Say, oh, you're not a good person because you're selling some tokens. Take profits, take what you need. I want to remind everybody, NOPE token was designed to pay back the no permissions members who were in the Patreon, who were paying $20 a month through Patreon to be part of the community, right? So some people, they got the full 12 months, so $240. The coin did a 56x on launch day, all right? And then they got the airdrop. There were some people who sold thousands of dollars worth. So they got 10x what they put into no permissions, or 20x what they put into no permissions. So congratulations. It was life-changing money. It was a great airdrop. If you missed out, I'm sorry. It's not like I wasn't vocal. I told you what we were going to do. You might want to get on the next thing that we do. Who knows? So we'll see. Let's get into the comments here. Pepe, where the hell you been? Senor Randy, so glad to catch you live with different hours happening for you. All good. And welcome back from your trip. Missed you. Nope. Yeah, Pepe, good to see you, brother. Woohoo, great to see y'all. Hexagains. Good day, Randy and crew. Fun times. Yes, sir. Pabalava, let's effing go. Hexagons, had to get that off my chest. Pabalava, you ain't lying. Black Label Expat, hello, sir. Randy, are you going to get the NOPE token added to the Internet Money Wallet? No, never. The father talked shit about me in public. So therefore, they will never get my support, no matter what they do. I mean, KG, him and I are cool, but the dad who was behind, the Montoya guy, he was talking crap about me in their private Telegram. And, I got them spies everywhere. People like, Randy, did you see what Montoya said about you? Okay, I will never support you. No way, man. I don't like people when they're petty and they talk bad about people behind their backs. Do it in open discourse. I'm old school. I mean, we used to beat the shit out of each other on the playground. I grew up in the inner city. And when we had disagreements as friends, we beat the shit out of each other. And we paid the consequences of it. My best friend, he had the best throwing arm I've ever seen personally. And we used to have a crabapple tree that was in our apartment complex. When my parents first got divorced, we moved to the city and we lived in an apartment complex. And we've been best friends ever since. We've been friends since kindergarten, or first grade, sorry. And he's a Hexagon, by the way. This motherfucker used to take crab apples. I don't know if you know what a crab apple is. It's like a really sour apple. They're very small. And he used to take these things, he'd throw them at people, right? And one time he hit me, and it left a big welt on my side. And I took a rock and I threw it at him, right? And my stepdad saw me. He saw me throw the rock. Guess who got the shit kicked out by his stepdad? Me. so yeah, where I grew up, it was a little bit rough, and we used to beat the crap out of each other. And that's why when I say when people are out there and they're doing this, be careful. You don't know who you're messing with, who you're going to meet in person someday. You just don't know. And yeah, I am a forgiving person, but I never forget. Hey, Tom, what's going on? One word, pump. Yep. Hey, it's been pumping like crazy. The whole Pulsechain ecosystem. And I'll pull up everything here in a minute so everyone can see. No worries, Randy. You don't need that kind of off subs. Yeah. We need gamblers around here. Hey, Martian, good to see you. Glad you're here. If you listen to Sami for months, he says 30x, 50x, 100x, and this show assigns a much bigger sign. What? If you listen to Sami for months, he says 30x, 50x. Listen, Sami, I like the guy, but he can confuse people. He puts like his signals sometimes conflict. So whatever. I mean, are you going to be upset between a 50 and a 100x? Either way, we're all sitting pretty. At least most of the people that are watching my streams. PulseX was 30% above SAC rate day 1 and day 2 of. Okay, thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it, sir. Sami is the biggest soft butter in existence. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys are English or have been to England, but if you want to, I know Sami, he lives in Australia, okay, but he reminds me of an Englishman, where they can talk straight to your face. They're freaking taking, while they're talking to you, they're smiling, and then they got a baseball bat down below and knocking out your kneecaps. Sami just talks like that. He knows how to FUD without offending. All right. Me, I don't know how to do that. If I FUD something, I'm just like, this is garbage. Move on. Hey, Corey. Good to see you, sir. I think the ETH ETFs come sooner, Q3. We already went from 0 to 1 with the BTC ETF. Yeah, I mean, it could be easier hurdles this time. If that is the case, Black Label, if that is the case, then this bull run could be just massive. If it comes that early. Woo-wee. I hope it comes that early. I don't. The concept of the ETFs to me is just stupid. It really is. It's just pure laziness. People. So you're telling me you're going to choose a Bitcoin or an Ethereum ETF over holding your own keys. So you're going to use a middleman who uses a custody middleman to store your crypto for you. And it's just probably likely going to be a derivative. You don't actually own the tokens. It's just a derivative. It's the same thing with gold, the gold ETF. I can't stand the gold ETF. Why? Because you don't own the gold. It's just paper gold. There's hundreds or thousands of times more paper gold than there is real gold in existence. You can't trust it. It's a derivative. So I think they're just going to water down Bitcoin. The collaborators, the bankers, since 2011 have been planning this takeover of Bitcoin, and they have almost successfully done it. So next, they're looking to do Ethereum. Good thing we have Pulsechain. Pulsechain will continue to be the wild, wild west. If they try to come in and do Pulsechain, I'm sure myself and Richard and other people will collaborate, and we'll launch another chain that does not get on their knees and unzip the pants of the middleman. Okay? We are no Vitalics here. No. For some unknown reason, RG3 is on talking to the maxis now. Well, that's his community, RG3, I love RG3, but he is definitely Pulsechain maxi or Hex maxi, which is just fine. Hey, Cryptobender. Hey, no worries. If you miss it, it's always recorded. Believe in yourself. What's up? Cesar, bonjour. Hello, Alan. Relax. When I was in the Navy, my Master Chief, which would be an E9 for those of you guys who don't know rank structure in the Navy, that would be like a Master Sergeant, not Master Sergeant, a Gunnery Sergeant, right? Master Gunnery Sergeant, whatever it is in the Army, Marine Corps. He used to call me Hilarious Ski. It wasn't Petty Officer Hilarious Ski. It wasn't HM2 because I was a second class. No, it was always just, hey, Hilarious Ski. he thought I was just a funny guy because I was always smiling. I was always happy. For these guys who don't know me very well, I've always been a happy-go-lucky person. I've always been a cup half full. I've always been really energetic in life and just enjoying life. I grew up as evangelical in an evangelical church, so I was going on to be a preacher. I was like really, really gung-ho in Christianity and the church when I was younger. I fell out of it, right? I'm not involved in the church at all anymore, but that's how I was. And when I was in the Navy, that's who I was. When I was stationed in Maine, I was working as the youth director at a local Church of God church because they didn't have any regular evangelical churches there. When I got out of the Navy, I went to Bible college in Columbus, Ohio for one semester, and I dropped out. I said, this ain't for me. But I continued to stay on as one of the youth leaders. I was the head of security for the youth group. When I say head of security for the youth group, I mean we had a youth group. Holy crap. The hell was that? I think my son just hit the wall. We had about 700 people in our youth group, so we needed a head of security. But yeah, so you guys don't know, I've always been a very happy-go-lucky person. And I think that's why I have so much fun in the live streams and stuff. And I don't get down when prices are down and things. It's just that sometimes when the negative from people comes across in the comments and on Twitter and places like that, it does get to me too. So those are the kind of things that bother me. But markets don't bother me. Randy buys the red. Randy sells some of the green and then holds his rocket bags for when the market goes nuts. Let's segue to that really quick. Sorry, I went off on a little tangent about life, but let's segue into selling. Okay, this is my thing, is selling. I like to preach it. The maxis hate selling, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a perfect example. There was a token that was launched recently called Bastard. It wasn't put out by the 9inch team. It was just, I guess, something to like thank our boy Hexy Bastard and 9inch. Who knows? But I got into the token, I think, on day 3, because I knew it was a token from that community, and I'm part of that community. So I bought a considerable amount. When I say considerable, I mean like $1,000. It was really cheap. And then it went on to do like in the first week, I think it did 10x or something like that. I sold my initial investment ×2, and then I kept the rest of the tokens. So I'm already up ×2. And then I have what's called house money, or DCC will call it a moon bag. So the token went out and did another double. I sold more. I still have my moon bag. What did I do with the money? I took the money and I put it into something else that I like. That's just how it works. So always take profits. If you're up 5x on something, take your initial investment out, for God's sake. That way, if the token goes down or becomes a rug pull or something, at least you have your initial investment out and there's nothing to cry about. Just go on to the next one. Hope that helps. Thank you, CryptoBendu. Thomas. Thank you, believe in yourself. I appreciate that. Mr. Any been a minute. Hope the family is well. Yep. My son just ran into the wall. And this wall here is the only drywall wall in this whole house. Everything else is solid cement. So it's good that he hit this wall. Oh my God, I gotta tell you a story. So yesterday we were at Parque Omar, which is our big, it used to be a golf course in the middle of the city back in the 50s, and they turned it into a giant park. public park. And they built a track for the kids, a bicycle track, with jumps and everything, made of blacktop for the bicycles. And we wanted to take my son there. He's got his nice little bike, and he's pretty good on his bike. But he doesn't have the caliper brakes. He has the brakes like we had them growing up, where you press backward on the pedals and the back wheel locks up. And he hadn't ridden his bike in like 3 months because we went to Europe, and he got a scooter for Christmas. So he's been jiving with that for a little while. And we parked up on the hill, and there's a road that goes all the way down. And he's pushing his bike along, and Annabelle and I are in front of him. And all of a sudden, I look to my left, he's flying down the hill. He's good on his bike, but he's never really done downhill on a bike. And I'm like, brake! He's got his feet down. He's trying to stop the bike by using his feet. I'm like, oh shit, brake! He goes around the curve, and this driveway goes down into a secondary parking lot. And I mean, there's nobody around except for the people who are walking through the park and stuff. This is way in the back. Not many people go down there, but still flying down the hill. He goes around the curve. I'm so glad he made the curve instead of hitting the sidewalk. There's a curb like this high. He could have hit that, and he would have done end over end, right? But he went around the curve. And then the hill starts to taper off to probably about a 10 to 20 degrees, something like that. And there was some people just getting out of their SUV, and they saw him coming. And one of the young guys, he must have been like 16, 17, he got in front of Max, and he stopped him right before he hit their truck. Anna's freaking out. She had a total meltdown. She thought her son was going to die. She's walking off. She goes, oh my God. And she doesn't do good with stress. And I mean, I go down to him, and I'm walking with him. And I'm like, oh man, I'm going to pay for this one for a long time. And he says to me, he goes, Daddy, that was the most awesome thing ever. I was like, are you kidding me, kid? Oh God. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that kids do. That's why when we're kids, that's why we end up with broken arms and stuff. Because we have this like way higher sense of security than we should have. I guess that's why boys or men don't last long. He's like, fuck it, YOLO, I'm going down this hill. And when I say this hill was a good 30, 40 degrees at the beginning when he started off, oh my God, he was flying. I just thought I'd tell you guys that story. Thomas says, been so busy with work. Good to catch you alive. Yes, sir. This is my Aquaman cup. We went and watched Aquaman. The bottom part's green, so it's not going to show up, but yeah. Don ate his dad. I fell for that. I felt like a fool praising him on stream on the F and Hangout. The one time I went on ridiculous. Oh man, I thought it was. Yeah. No, my mom knows. He's talking about my friend with the crab apples. Yeah, he had an amazing arm. And he left plenty of welts on me growing up. Who's his dad doing to get Jerry Springer to paternity test? Hats off to old school. Run the mouth, someone shuts it. Yeah. Just working my butt off. Hours are off, but so glad to catch you. All right. No problem. And I know you're glad your bags are doing just fine. No one corrected me. Oh, God. Hey, yo, fam. Good to see you all. Hola, senor. Hey, Paul. Salmi reads a script in his vids, and even on Corey's pre-recorded interview, it seemed like it was scripted. It sure could be, but no problem. Yeah, Nagabo was the bottom signal. You guys still talking about the father thing? I want to see him in a live debate conversation. Yeah, that would be interesting. Read Hex Hodl. I'm still 50-50 on Sami being AI. Well, his videos don't look that way. Agree. Why pay ETF prices over holding your own coins? I remember, Randy, but I guess it pumps us. You think, yeah, Sparky, it will pump us, but it's still co-opting of the Bitcoin community. and then they'll co-opt the Ethereum community. Just look what the gold ETF did. It's all paper money. It's no longer. It's no longer. You can't guarantee that it's one coin, right? You don't know what they're going to do. Hey, it's a Funk Master. Zippers. Nope. Ellen, Randy's Telegram is well worth a small monthly nut. Hope to see you there. Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of fun too. Max, you're not. All these memes and stuff will flow back into Pulsehex and even Pulsex. Once those are mooning too hard, not to funnel back in. Even now, look at the ratios to PLS charts instead of default USD. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I haven't done a paid group before, not my cup of tea, but I know Randy has mad knowledge. Hey, it's not just me, Alan. It's the whole group. It's the whole community. There's a lot of gray hair in there. And these people, the group itself, I mean, the knowledge that I get from the group, I level up. There's so many tokens, I don't have time to research every freaking token that come across my desk. And someone always does. Like the other night, Blastar launched, remember? Oh, it was Thursday that Blastar launched. And he came into the group and told everyone, hey guys, check out Blastar. If I would have put $2,000 into Blastar when Vets told me to, I'd have like 30 grand right now. Can't win them all. I missed that one. Oopsie. Hello, Corey Geary. Good to see you. Our real estate mogul. Whole separate side of the community that never shows their face over here. Yeah, exactly. I made stupid on Mega and now Blastar, but I'm not showing them on X for getting hexagons to buy my bag. See, Hexadal? That's what I'm talking about. See, I didn't even see your post about Blastar, but that was a perfect example of one that was dropped in the group that I missed out on just because. And I'll tell you what happened with Blastar. After our call, I went in to buy some. I was going to buy like $500 worth. I couldn't get the transaction to go through. No matter what I did, it wouldn't go through. So I gave up on it. And the next day, it's up another double. Good, because we'd be toxic out here. Yeah. It is toxic. Columbus, Ohio. Wow, never knew. Yeah, I lived in Columbus for 2 years total. It was good. I lived in no, maybe it was 3 years total. I lived in Reynoldsburg and for 1 year, and I lived in German Village for 2 years. Hi, Ted. Good to see you. Fair launches are great, but not so much SAC launches or Rube Goldberg machines. Yeah. The only SAC was always in profit is the Hex to PLS. Okay. Randy, are you following Blastar meme? It went viral. Yeah, I recommend it. I follow it, but I'm not going to put any money into it. Nope. I don't buy green candles. Yeah. 15-cent Hex to PLS locked his value for the bear market and never actually gone under 5-cent Hex. That's great. Yeah, that was amazing for all those who sacrificed for Pulsechain and Pulsex. They're doing good. Wow, really? Dang, I wish I was able to get that Blastar, but hey, can't win them all. That stream one night when your son told us he sees dead people or ghosts was the absolute best. Yeah. Oh, God. The coaster brake. Western Auto used to sell a tire without treads. It was thick, flat, slick. Compete till you have the longest black line. Yeah. Yep. That's what we did when we were kids, right? Who can get the longest wear down on their treads left on the pavement? Ramon, what's up, buddy? Where's the hat from Randy? This was made by Brian Magruder. And the detail on these things are ridiculous. Look at this shit. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Brian Magruder. He's on Twitter. And they'll be selling them soon, I'm pretty sure. Are you doing a giveaway today, Casino Games? No, Pineapple Love, not today. That's on Wednesday, sir. I lived in German Village 5 years. Wow, really? God, what street was it? I wasn't actually in the village. I was on Thurman Avenue. Thurman was the name of the street. on the other side of Parsons. So on the east side of Parsons. That's where I lived. So you locked all your PLS and liquid loan. I have a large amount in liquid loan, yes. And they're up 180% from where I took the loan. Thank you, sir. Your mama sees dead people too, just saying. Hey, they're going to be for sale. This is the bicycle hat. You know, like some people that ride bikes. That's what this one is. There's a bunch of different ones. I'm not saying it, man. Aw, shucks. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's see. Let's go to the charts since we made it through the comments. All right. Who here shorted Bitcoin? Randy did. That's who shorted Bitcoin. It worked out pretty good. You look at the chart here. I shorted that. I think it was 45. So right around here. And then it pumped on the news because I was doing the buy the rumor to sell the news event. So it was here, pumped up here, sold all the way down here. And I got out of the short right around here somewhere. It worked out fine. Didn't make a lot of money, but I was hoping that it was going to wick down to like 34 or something. So I had my buy set, you know, in case the big guys came in and just wicked it down and just destroyed every long position. But they didn't do it. They only destroyed 50% or so. But whatever. Worked out for the good. This is on the daily for Bitcoin. We got a red Aurochs indicator. Let's look at the AI is looking terrible. Look at that. That's the lowest it's been in a long time. Weekly, got the red candle for Bitcoin. Now the monthly, it's and okay, so I have a trend line here. We need to come back down here. So we're likely coming back down to 35,000 or close to it, and then we'll keep heading up for the bull market. Maybe we won't see that till after the halving. Who knows? Oops. Let's see what the monthly tells us. We're still green. Still green. Good to go. Still in the bull market, folks. And Ethereum, looking beautiful. Ethereum is the next play for the ETF. Let's go to log. No? Okay. Hasn't been doing much trading. There we go. So we got 4 months, green Aurochs indicator. All the other signals are looking good for it. The weekly obviously is going to still be, oh, he did have that red pullback, but we're green again. And on the daily, oh, we're red. We're red on the daily. And the AI is just about to cross under the green. So maybe we're going to get a pullback in Ethereum. We are going into a full moon in about, I think, 8 or 9 days. So maybe that's when we'll get that good pullback. Okay, HEX. Oh my God. Will you look at that? So we were at, if you follow the green Aurochs indicator, we were at 4.0042 or 43, and now we're at 0.010, 1 cent on Ethereum HEX. Who did not throw shade on EHEX? Randy did not throw shade on EHEX because Randy loves EHEX. And I don't like that narrative that PHEX is better than EHEX. I think they're both equal. I think you should own both. If you don't, it's okay. If you don't have any, obviously PHEX is awesome because the fees are better and you can go long and you don't have to worry about having a bunch of Ethereum on the side to pay for the fees. You just have Pulsechain, so that's okay for you. All right. If you have big bags, if you're a whale, you need to look at EHEX as well. Axis made a great video about the power of EHEX and what it can do to the Pulsechain ecosystem. If it runs, if it does a 10x and the possibility that it could bring its economic energy over to Pulsechain, and it'll be able to help push the market much higher over on the Pulsechain side if EHEX does well. And sorry, I'm saying so much. I don't know why. It's not like me. Let's see what it says on the weekly. Wow, look at that dildo. Let's pull that in. Let's get a good look at that. Look at that. This is when that whale guy came in. He pumped us. Now we're without the whale, and we did this without him. See, we don't need these whales. Funny whale. making me laugh. Here we go. 4 months green Aurochs indicator. Everything's looking swell. Our demand index is about to go back above zero. So just a little bit more of a push, and we could see some exciting times. Let's look at Hedron. Look at that. Hedron, beautiful run too. I've got billions of Hedron just sitting there. I'm a dolphin. You guys know it. Pulsechain and Ethereum. And I just have not touched Hedron in over a year. Yeah, over a year. And I've got billions just sitting there just waiting to be born. And we'll see where that goes. So congratulations, everybody who, I know my community listened. Everybody who bought, what's it called? What's the other one? Icosa. What a run Icosa has had. Yum, yum. I like it when I see those kind of numbers, and I know you guys do too. So if someone said, Randy, Icosa or Hedron, I'm definitely choosing Icosa. I've been saying that for a long time. Hedron still has lots of big whales like Steph, and, RG3 and everybody else who gets all this all this Hedron that they could sell at any given time, and it doesn't affect their hex. But Icosa is way, way, way more scarce. And if Hex does a 50x, what's Icosa going to do? Wow. So I hope you have some exposure to Icosa. It could be one of those small cap tokens that turns into a very large cap in this bull run. On ETH, can just utilize Maxi Perps to save on gas for Hex staking. There you go. Yeah. Maxi Perpetuals, for those of you guys who do not know, you can own Maximus DAO if you don't want to buy Hex, and that way you never have to unstake Hex. Oh, Sparky. See, we're dialed in tonight, Sparky. Talking about Icosa. Hello, Francis. Never sold eHex, didn't buy more, but I did browse the T-share auction market the day of the SEC FUD. Found a few deals. Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah, yum, yum, yum. Icosa. Thank you, Randy. Exactly. Everybody should own some Icosa. I think that if Pulsechain or if Hex does a 50x, maybe Icosa does 100x or something. Who knows? But it can get real exciting really, really quick. So that's about all I have tonight. I appreciate everyone who comes out. If you unsubscribed, make sure you come back and subscribe again. I'm sorry that you don't like gambling, okay? But I gamble on Wednesday nights, and I give away half the winnings. If you want to sponsor and do, for me to do some spins, great. I mean, send me 10 grand. I'll do, $1,100 spins on something, and maybe we'll win 50 grand, and one of you guys in the comments will win $25,000. Who knows? Who knows who's going to come through? There's whales out there with massive, massive stacks of cash that might come in and sponsor us one day. We just never know. The address is down below if you want to sponsor. If you have a project and you want me to talk about it, and like ahead of time, I need to know this so I can look over your project. Minimum $500 for me to gamble on Wednesday nights, and I'll even put your logo up while we're playing. Sponsored by so and so, or what, so and so's project or something, type of thing. All right. So if you're interested, check down below. The link to the latest newsletter that I put out this morning is down below as well. I hope to see everybody Wednesday night. Thank all y'all. Thank you guys. So what's good, y'all? Been a while. Been doing Degen on memes, so I'm bored of new. Yep. John, not bad. If you've been doing meme coins, you've been rocking it out, sir. You're welcome, Sparky. Thank you, Funk Master. All right. I appreciate all of you. Wednesday night, gambling night.